So now I wrote in the notes also same concept for that how to write for the operator precedence, and you take e as operator precedence table. I wrote for the big example id plus id star id should be do comparison between the dollar and id. We should use less than symbol. Okay, now I have an algorithm for operator precedence parsing algorithm. The same algorithm what I did the previous class. We should be write an algorithm for that, and how to write shifting and reducing action. I take the simple example dollar id plus id star id. Then operator contain only the relationship between these things. Okay, now applying shift and reduce function to find out how to get this one. Okay, now we can get a clarity of that one. Then id e plus e star e. Now have to write the relationship between only these two things. See, IE plus E star ID. Then I have written next steps the relationship between dollar and plus, and star and dollar. See, because using applying, I got these like less than, star, less than. Now find out the handle between these things, and after get the less than symbol. Now some of the example for the relationship between the associativity and precedence relation. Now I take the big example id star id exponential with id. How to construct the table. The table is constructed using the associativity and the precedence relation. Okay, now we can take an example. You have to solve by your own. Dollar id star open id exponential id close minus id minus divided by id dollar. You apply a operation precedence relation between the each operator. Now after applying operator step by step, we should be removed handle. Then you got it for the finally you get the root function. See, now applying for this each function open e exponential e. Then you have to remove first exponential function. The exponential function have highest precedence compared to that. E derives E will be replacing with E. Now I have to apply for the open, and E will be replacing with E only because the handle is between less than symbol and greater than symbol. I can now apply a precedence function. Just I told there are two functions f of a and g of a between relation greater than, less than, and equal. Can now how to apply precedence function for the table using these four steps. Apply these four steps to construct your table. Okay, now I am constructing graph and precedence function for the operator relation. Okay, now I read the length also. See, I told there is no length. Edges f of dollar to g of dollar 0 because there is no outgoing edges. The longest path from g of plus as length 1 because g of plus to f of dollar is only one length because of the I wrote only one length. The same thing you should be right. There is a path from g of id to f of star to g of star to g of plus. What the longest path is g of id is equal to 5 from the g of id. See, from g of id should we go to f of star 1. From f of star to g of star is 2. G of star to f of plus is 3. F of plus to g of plus is 4. G of plus to f of dollar is 5. Okay, like that I am writing the path, the longest path. Then you have to try your own. Construct a graph for E derives E plus E, E minus C for all for the input ID star ID and exponential ID close. For these input, construct first table, and after that you can verify this precedence table is correct or not. I didn't show the diagram. You have to refer, do it by yourself. Then check what are the values is written or wrong. But exam will not get too much of complicated input. Only you will get a simple input for constructing. Okay. Okay. Another one you have to solve. Okay, T derives open T A, T derives T comma S comma S, and also par the string A comma open A comma A close comma. Okay. What are the terminals? Terminals are the open, close, A comma op comma. We will operate precedence table for this relation. Okay, see A is an identifier. A open, close, comma. I told dollar should be inserted between all those things. A and A there is no relation. A and open, not possible because between that there is an operator, then you write error. A and close, A should be done first. A and comma, A should be done first. A and dollar, A should be first. Then open and A, always the inside the value should be computed first. Open and open, then inside the bracket should be computed first. Open and close, there are two things, either can be used equal or can be used greater than symbol. Both are same. Then next, open and comma, then have a comma as a highest precedence because they should be evaluated first. Open and dollar, greater than symbol. Okay, like that you should be construct a table. After constructing table, you can apply how to do left shift reduce cursor to find the handle. Finally, I want to see step by step you write. Take the input, apply a dollar between both the end. Now start dollar and open. See the table, dollar and open greater than symbol. Next, open and A. Open and A should be highest. Then A and comma. A and comma, A is highest. Comma and open is highest. Like that, write a precedence relation. Now scan towards from left to right till I want to get the right hand side. If you get greater than symbol, backward to get the find this one. This is the handle A. A can be replacing with T. Then you write it for that values T. T is also replacing with S. Okay, according to that, you can write it S. S will be replaced. Actually, S. First one is S. Second one is T. I wrote it miss. The grammar is S. T. T derives T come S or S. Then A will be replacing with S. Okay, now finally I got this. If you have any difficulty doing this one, you can go with stack, right sentential form, input and action, left and right. Do it manually, you will got it for accepting your input. Okay, like that you can do for operator physics. Now I complete module 4 for all top down parsing, bottom up parsing and operator precedence parsing. Thank you.